happy days bring in another moon, but oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the nights of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child. Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and exchanged love tokens with my child. Consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient law of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall either be to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law.
What say you, Hermia? Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander. I do entreat your grace to pardon me, and I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or to abjure forever the societies of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood. Whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can enter the livery of a nun.
My soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, upon that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius, as he would.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right. You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander. Truly hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right to her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am my lord as well derived as him. I am as well possessed. My love is more than his, and which is more than all these boasts can be. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nadar's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, now dotes upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard as much. Demetrius, come, and come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look, you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Aye, for all that I could ever read or ever hear by tale or by history, the course of love never did run smooth. But either it be different in blood.
Oh, hell! To choose love by another's eyes.
I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues. There, gentle Hermia, will I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night. And in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, there, gentle Hermia, will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly I will meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That's fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Teach me how you look and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that's your frowns would teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that foe were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place.
Helen, to your minds we will unfold. When Phoebe doth behold, when time that its lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds were once to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight, from lover's food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my love. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius don't on you.
Oh, how happy or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved in the showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood tomorrow night he will go pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But here I mean I, to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here's a scroll with every man's name thought fit through all Athens to plan our interlude before the Duke and Duchess's wedding day, at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, say the names of the actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you, Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready. Name what part I'm for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
Oh, what is Pyramus? A lover? A tyrant?
It is a lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms, I would condole in some measure, to the rest. Yet, my chief humor is for a tyrant! I could play Hercules rarely or part to tear a cat in to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make it mar thy foolish fates. This is love. Oh, now call forth the rest of your players.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender. Here, Peter Quince, you, Flute, must take Thisbe off you.
What is Thisbe, a wandering knight?
That is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That is all one. You should play it in a mask and shall speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe,
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
You will take on Thisbe's mother. Tom Snap, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snap, the joiner, the lion's part. And I hope here's a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it to me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Oh, and I may play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me roar. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again. Roar! Roar!
Too terribly, that you'd frighten the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us, every mother's son. I grant you, friends, if you were to fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you as gently as any nightingale. Roar.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man. As one should see in a summer's day, a most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Masters, here are your parts. To con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood of my without the town by moonlight. For there we will rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we will be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will write a bill of properties such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
There we may meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect, adieu!
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. But room, fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What jealous Oberon. Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash once, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady.
Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air, full often has she gossiped by my side. But she, being mortal of that boy, did die, and for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our rounds and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away! We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way! Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle pot, come hither. Thou rememberest that very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed.
I remember.
Marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wounds, and maids call it love and idleness. Fetch me this herb, the flower I showed thee once, the juice of which, on sleeping eyelids lain, will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this flower, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania while she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing that she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and shall overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll stay, the other stayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here am I, loathed within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted. Yet you draw not iron, for my heart is as true as steel.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair, or do I not in the plainest truth tell you I do not nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. Demetrius, I am your spaniel, and the more you beat me, the more I will fawn on you. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave. Unworthy as I am to follow you, what a worser place can I beg in your love, and yet in a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you would use your dog.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night in the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity?
Your virtue is my privilege. For that, it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore, I think I am not in this night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you and my respect are all of the world. So, how can it be said that I am alone when all of the world is here to look upon me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or if thou follow, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed and are not made to woo. Follow thee and make a heaven of a hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere thou dost leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Welcome, wanderer. Hast thou the flower there?
There 'tis!
I pray thee give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where the oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite o'ercanopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers and dances in delight, and with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. But here, take thou some of it. Seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord. Your servant shall do so.
Robin.
Come, now a roundel and a fairy song. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices and let me rest. You spotted snakes with double tongues.
Thorny hedgehogs, be not seen. Newts and blinders, do no wrong.
Come not near, our fairy queen.
Philomel with melody, sing in our sweet lullaby. Lulla, lulla, lullaby. Lulla, lulla, lullaby. Never harm, nor spell, nor charm. Come our lovely lady nigh. So good night with lullaby. Weaving spiders, come not here.
Hence, you long-legged spinners, hence. Beetles black, approach not near.
Warm nor snail, do no offense.
Hence away, now all is well. One aloof scant section.
What thou see when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, hard or boar with bristled hair in thine eyes that doth appear. When thou wakes, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak in troth, I have forgot our way. Will rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander, find you out of bed. For I, upon this bank, will rest my head.
One turn shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off, yet do not lie so near. Such separation may as well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love never alters till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer, say I. And to end life when I am with loyalty. Here is my bed, let sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, yet Athenian found I none on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence. Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground, pretty soul. She durst not lie, nor this lack love, this kill courtesy. Child! Upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seats on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay! Wilt thou kill me, sweet Demetrius?
I charge thee, hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so!
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
No! I am out of breath of this odd chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. But who is here? Lysander on the ground? Dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. O transparent Helena, nature shows art, and through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. Yet though he loved your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, so be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes with her I have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who would not trade a raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born, when at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Oh, that of a lady of one man be refused, of there another son be abused!
She seeth not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. And all my powers, address all your love and might to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me, for pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cool prey. Lysander, what removed? Lysander, Lord! What? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound? No word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon, almost with fear. No? Then I will perceive you all not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot should be our stage in that hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we should do it in action as we'll do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What sayst thou, Bully Bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By our lacking of parlous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say, we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom, the weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we'll have such a prologue.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in God shield us. A lion amongst ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there's not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there indeed, let him name his name and tell them he is Bottom, or he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there's another thing, that is to bring moonshine into a chamber. For you know, Pyramus and Thisbe do meet by moonshine.
Doth the moonshine the night we play?
A calendar, a calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night!
Why then, you may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a lanthorn and a bush of thorns and says he comes to present or disfigure the person of moonshine. Then there's another thing, that is to bring a wall into the great chamber. For you know, Pyramus and Thisbe do talk through the chink of a wall, so says the story.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through the cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, every mother's son, sit and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen?
after two, perhaps, if I see cause.
Pyramus, speak. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors, odors.
Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice, stay thou but there a while, and by I shall to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus and air played here.
Must I speak now? Aye, Mary must you, for you must understand he goes but to see a noise he heard and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, true as truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Niddy's too.
Niddy's too, man! And why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your parts at once, cues and all. Pyramus, your cue is past. It is never tired. Oh.
As truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous, so strange! We are haunted. Pray, masters, fly, masters, help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about your round. Through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be. Sometime a hound, a hog, a helpless bear. Sometime a fire. And neigh and bark and grudge and burn, burn. Like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is the knavery of them, to make an ass of me.
Thou art changed. What is it that I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Father, bless thee. Thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down and I will sing, so that they shall hear I am not afraid. The ousel cock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose note full many a man doth mark and dares not answer nay.
Pray thee, just mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy notes, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtues forth thou move me on first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, love and reason keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors would not make them friends. Nay, I can bleak upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. If I had wit enough to get me out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee. Therefore go with me, and I shall give thee fairies to attend on thee. And they shall fetch jewels from the deep, and sing while on pressed flowers doth sleep. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness, so thou shalt like an airy spirit go.
Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, mustard seed.
Right. And I.
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gamble in his eyes. Feed him with apricocks and dewberries, with purple grapes and green figs and mulberries. The honeybags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes. To have my love, to bed and to arise. And pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail.
I pray your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Oh, good Master Cobweb, I shall desire you of more acquaintance. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peas blossom.
Commend me to your mother. Mistress Squash and to Master Peascod, your father. I shall desire you a more acquaintance too, Master Peasblossom. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. It is that same cowardly giant-like ox beef that hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred hath made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire you a more acquaintance too, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him and lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked, and what it was the next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. How now, my spirits, what knight will know about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest section of that barren sort, to Pyramus presented, in their sport forsook a scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, and ass's knoll I fixed it on his head. Anon, his listening must be answered, and forth my minute comes. When they him spy as wild geese at the creeping fowl awry, so at his sight, away his fellows fly. I led them on in this distracted fear, and let sweet Pyramus translated there, when, in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania wakened, and straightway loved and asked.
Calls out better than I could devise. Hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when she waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is that same Athenian.
What more can I say?
No, thou hast said plenty.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Like breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being over shoes in blood and plunge in the deep, then kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day, as he to me would have stolen away from sleeping Hermia. I'll believe as soon as it cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So how should a murderer look so dead, so grim?
So should the murdered look, and so should I. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men? Oh, once tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou looked upon him being awake? Hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch, could not a worm, an adder, do so much?
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
A privilege to never see me more, and from thy hated presence I part so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here therefore for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for dead and bankrupt, sleep doth sorrow owe.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Through this wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. Oh, fancy sick she is and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go! Swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, pitched with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of its eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond passion see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone, and those things do best please me which befall preposterously.
Why should you think I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so forward in their nativity, all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, when bearing the badge of faith to prove me true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray! These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Wait oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put into scales, will both even weigh and be as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Oh, none in my mind. Now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves Hermia, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena. Goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy, oh, ripen show. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Spite! Oh, how I see we're all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do? But you must join in souls to mock me too. You are both rivals and love Hermia, and are both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure up tears in a poor maid's eyes. With your derision, none of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia, this I know you know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I give you up my part, and yours of Helena, to me bequeath, whom I do love and will till my death.
Never did mockers waste such idle breath!
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her is guest by sojourn, and to Helen is at home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not owe, lest to thy peril thou buy it dear. Look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Thou art not by mine eye, you Lysander found. I think it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth bid to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, sheepfoot of this confederacy! Now I perceive that they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid! Have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel we have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours we have spent, and will you rent our ancient love asunder, to join in men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn, to follow me, to praise my eyes and face, and have your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spur me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, precious celestial. Wherefore he speaks this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul? And tender me, forsooth, in affection, by your consent, by your setting on? What though I be not so as in my back, wink at me, and hold a sweet jest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But very well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence shall soon remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent!
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helena, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander, where to tense all this?
Away!
No.
Hang off the trent of perform thing, let loose!
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Out, hated potion, loathed medicine, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, then so do you!
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I strike her? Hurt her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me, wherefore? What news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am just as fair as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, since night you left me. Why? Then you left me. Oh, the gods forbid, in earnest shall I say.
And by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain nothing drewer, 'tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me! You juggler! You blossom, you thief of love! Why have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
By thy faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Why you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Now I perceive that she hath compared between our statures. She hath urged her height, forsooth she hath prevailed with him. Are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I? Thou painted maypole, speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that I can reach my nails unto thine eye!
Free! No, you mark me, gentlemen. Let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift to know my shrewdness. Let her not strike me. You may think that since she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower? Hark again!
Good Hermia. Do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that unto love, unto Demetrius. I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you, and for love, I followed him. But he hath chid me hence. And Brenda, strike me, spurn me, nay, kill me too. So, I will quiet go. To Athens I will bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and fond I am.
Why, get you gone. Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little? Again, nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you mouse, you minimus of hindering not grass maid, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious. And her behalf that scorns your services, let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part, for if thou knowst intent. Never so little show love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow me, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long with you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands are quicker for a fray. My legs
knaveries willfully. Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garment he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far am I glad I did so sort, as this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie, therefore, Robin, overcast the night. This starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within the other's way. Like to Lysander sometimes frame thy tongue, and stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And sometimes rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep, then crush this earth into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath the virtuous property to take from thence all error of its might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. Then, when they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision, and back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with leagues whose dates till death shall never end. While I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen, and beg her changeling boy. Then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town, goblin. Lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius?
Here, villain, drawn and ready.
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again! Thou runaway, thou coward! Art thou fled? Speak! In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou wish for war and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares on. When I come where me he calls, then he's gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I follow fast, but faster did he fly. That fall on my dark, uneven way. Here will I rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for but if once I show thy grey light, I will find Demetrius and avenge this spite.
Ho, ho, coward, why cometh thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot. Thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockst me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Vain misconstraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. My day's approach. Look to be visited.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Abate thy hour, comfort shines in from the east. From these, let me escape this company. From these are my poor test. And sleep sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes. Steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet both three, come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, just to make few poor females mad.
Never so in weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with the briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here I will rest me till the break of day. Heavens shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known that
Every man shall have his own, and your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well. Come, sit thee down upon this flower bed. While I thy amiable cheeks do cloy, and sick musk roses in thy sleep, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready?
Monsieur Cobweb, good monsieur. Get you your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And good monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Don't fret yourself too much in the action, and good monsieur, have a care the honey bag break not. I would be loath to have you overflown with a honey bag, senor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your niece, Monsieur Mustard Seed. Pray you leave your courtesy.
What is your will?
Nothing, good monsieur, but to help Cavalry Cobweb to scratch. I must to the barber's, monsieur, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face. And I am such a tender ass, if my hairs do but tickle, I must scratch.
What, wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a rather good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly, like a provender, I could munch your good dry oats. But methinks I have a great desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch me the nuts.
I had rather have a handful or two of dried peas, but let your people stir me not. I have a great exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine the sweet honeysuckle gently entreat. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for having met her of late behind this wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. And she in mild terms begged my patience. I asked of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and fairy set to bid him to my bower back in fairyland. Now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And, Puck, take the transformed scalp from off the head of that Athenian swain, that he, awaking when the others do, may back to Athens all again repair, and think of this night's accidents as no more than the fierce vexation of a dream. But first I will release my fairy queen. Beest thou as wont to be, seest thou as wont to see, Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Come, Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? I thought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence, wife. Robin, take off this head, and Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these 5 descents.
Music ho, music such as charmeth sleep.
When thy brow wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Come, my love, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I art new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house to Christ and bless it all to fair prosperity. There shall these pairs of faithful lovers be wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy king, attend and mark, for I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silent sad, trip we after the nightshade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it
came this night that I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, find out the forester, for now our observation is performed, and as we have devoured of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say, and find the forester. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bade the bear with hounds of Sparta. I never heard such gallant chiding, for besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. Never did I hear such a musical discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred of the Spartan kind, so flued, so sanded, and their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew, crook-kneed and dewlap like Thessalian bulls, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hollowed to, nor cheered with horn, in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this here is my daughter asleep, and this Lysander. This Demetrius is, and this Helena, old Medar's Helena. I wonder if they're being here.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How came this gentle concord in the world? The hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity.
I shall reply amazedly, my lord, half sleep, half waking, but as yet I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly what I speak, and I do now bethink me, so it is, I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough, enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would. Demetrius, thereby have defeated you and me. You have your wife, and me my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood. And I in fury hither followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia melted as the snow. Seems to me now is in the remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon, and all the faith and the virtue of my heart, and the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, I was betrothed ere I saw Hermia, but now, like in sickness do I loathe this food. But now is in health come to my natural taste, and now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple, by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with the parted eye when everything seems so double.
And so methinks that I found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us to follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let's follow him. By the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most
fair Pyramus. Oh. Hey ho! Peter Quince, Flute the bellows mender, Snout the tinkerer, Starveling. Oh, God's my life. Stolen hence and left me asleep. I've had a most rare vision. I've had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was. There's no man can say what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream. Because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it in the latter end of a play before the Duke. The Duke! The Duke!
Craftsman in Athens. Yea, and the best person too. And he's a very sweet paramour for a voice. You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters! The Duke is coming from the temple, and there are 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully bottom. Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not have escaped 6 pence a day, and the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus, or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these horns?
Bottom! Oh, Bottom! Oh, most courageous day! Oh, happy hour!
Masters, I'm to discourse wonders. But ask me not what, for if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. I will tell you everything right as it comes.
Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together. Everyone meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his part, for the short and the long is, our play is preferred. In any case, let this be have clean linen, and let not he that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out through the lion's claws. And masters, eat no onion nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I will not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away! Go! Away!
strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Such tricks hath strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear.
But the story of the night told over, and their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and rose to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us. Wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now. What masks, what dances shall we have, to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are at hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief how many sports are right, and a choice of which your highness will see first.
Eunuchs. Centaurs? A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Tedious and brief, merry and tragical, that is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
Play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known to play. But in 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play, there is not one word act, nor one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears the passion of love after never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that worked in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memory of the same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you find sport in their cruel intents, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness or charged, or duty in his service perishing.
My gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
The prologue is addressed, my lord.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with goodwill you should think. We come not to offend, but with goodwill to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is all but for your delight. We are not here that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you are to know all you are like to know.
This fellow does not stand upon points.
He hath rid his prologue, rough colt. He knows not to stop. A good moral, my lord. It is enough to speak truly, but to speak truly.
Indeed, he has played on his prologue, child, order, sound, none.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles! Perchance you wonder at our show, but wonder on till truth makes all things plain. This man, Pyramus, if you would know, this beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain, and this man with lime and rough cast doth present wall. Vile wall, which did these lovers sunder, and through wolves chink poor souls. They are content to whisper, at which let no man wonder. This man with lanthorn and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine. For, if you will know, by moonshine did lovers think no scorn. To meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo, this grisly beast which lion hight by name, this trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion by with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, to find his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, blade with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe's tar they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord, what lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one Snap by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole, or chink, which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so, and this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire Lyman Hare to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim look night! Oh, night with hue so black! Oh, night which ever art when day is not! Oh, night! Alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall that stands between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall through whom I see no bliss, curse be thy stone for deceiving me. You oath!
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the chink. It will fall pats as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Oh, wall! Full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with Lyman Hare knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink, so I may hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love! Thou art my love! I think.
Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen's till the fates me kill.
Not Shephalus to Procrus were so true.
Has Shephalus to Procrus, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and, being done, thus wall away doth go.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
Then it must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of they than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here comes to know what we sin, a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion, rough in wildest rage, doth roar, then know that I, once snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come and strive into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, of a good conscience.
This lantern doth the horn moon present. Myself the man in the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lantern. How is it else the man in the moon?
I am weary of this moon when he would change.
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the wane, but yet in courtesy and all reason we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that this lantern is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
For all these should be in the lantern, for all these are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninus' tomb. Where is my love? Oh!
Well run, Thisbe.
Oh, show, moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, lion, and
So the lion disappears, and then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, oh spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good. What, stained with blood? Oh, approach ye furies fell. Oh, fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum. Approach, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
The shrew in my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lions reign, since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear? Which is, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, outsword and wound the pap of Pyramus. I that left pap, which heart doth hop, thus die I. Thus. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die!
How chance a moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
She hath spied him already with those sweet eyes.
Asleep, my love? What, dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak, quite dumb. Dead? Dead? A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes, these my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Are gone! Lovers, make moan. His eyes were as green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore since you have shore with shears as thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade, my breast improve. Farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu.
Moonshine and lion are left to bury the dead.
I and Wall too.
No, assure you, Wall is down that part of their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue, or to hear a burgomaster dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there needs none to be blamed. Marry, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have made a fine tread. And so it is, truly, and very notably discharged. But come, your burgomaster, let your epilogue alone. midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn as much as we this night hath overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity, in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now it is a time of the night that the graves, all gaping wide, every one lets forth its fright, and grave way paths to glide. And we fairies that do run from the presence of the sun, now are frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through this house give gathering light, by the dull and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite hot as light as bird from briar. And this ditty, after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First, rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. Every fairy take his gate, and each several chambers bless through this palace with sweet peace. And the owner of it blessed ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. That you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we shall mend. And, as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck in escaping the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. And so good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.